It's easy to think that being a pretty brown girl is referring mostly to things that people can see when they look at you from the outside. The way your hair looks, your face, maybe your body. But being a pretty brown girl runs much deeper than that. It's about the way you understand and value who you are. It's about the way you behave on a day-to-day basis. It's about understanding that you are far more than your hair or your face or your body or your skin color. And loving and embracing all of those parts that make up who you are, and loving yourself all the way down through your soul.
Being a pretty brown girl means to me embracing your skin color, loving yourself, understanding that you're beautiful no matter what shade of brown you are, having confidence, staying positive, know that you can do anything you put your mind to.
Young girls, particularly women of color, have challenges and obstacles that other women don't have, particularly women in the mainstream population. So in order for her to succeed, you have to first have the ability to dream, and you have to have the ability to see yourself accomplishing goals that you set for yourself. And that's easier said than done. I mean, it requires a person that has, number one, a healthy sense of self-esteem. And again, if you have that, it's something you take for granted. But if you don't have it, it's a challenge. And unfortunately, there are too many young girls that accept society's idea of them, and they aren't able to confront those obstacles effectively. Finding ways to boost, gain, and reinforce your self-esteem is the first critical point that an African American or a woman of color, a girl of color, that's the first task that they need to confront and complete in life, because everything else outside of that is failures are given.
Being a pretty brown girl, to me, means knowing that society already has these stereotypes and preconceived notions about you, but using that to your advantage and getting what you want. You don't allow that to hinder your success, and you don't allow that to interfere with the big dreams that you may have.
It is absolutely essential that our girls dream big. The world is going to do many, many things for the rest of their lives to teach them to try to be small, not to dream big, not to have goals, not to allow themselves to be strong or heard or loud or vocal, not to take up too much space in a room. The world's going to do that to them on their own. Our girls need to dream big. They can accomplish anything, but they have to first dream it and strive to achieve it.
I always suggest that dreaming big is a prerequisite to success. Don't ever limit yourself. I'm sure Barack Obama, as a young man, to think that he could be president of the United States when no one like him preceded him in that position would have been unrealistic for most. If all of the population, all the African American population dreams big, one thing's guaranteed: regardless of how big we dream, some of us are going to succeed. So if there's a young African American girl out there who aspires to be president, no one should be telling her she can't. As a matter of fact, the more African American girls who aspire to be president, the better. And I guarantee you, the more who aspire, one is going to succeed. And so it's important not only to set goals for yourself, which I've done some work with in educational institutions, and one of the things I found significant, particularly in the young black population, a lot of us just don't have the ability to dream because we take our clues from society in terms of what we can do and what we can't do. So the support system, hopefully you get that at home and from your community, your support from significant others, precedes any success that you have. It's working in reverse now. It's working as a failure. So we can empower ourselves and find a way to succeed based on our faith in ourselves, our self-esteem, our aspirations, and ultimately setting goals.
A part of being a pretty brown girl is to dream big. You need to dream big, to keep your aspirations and goals high, and to continue to push yourself further and further. Push the sky's the limit.
In everything they do, I encourage girls, especially girls of color, to engage every moment of their lives with character, courage, and confidence. Courage means even when you're afraid, You face the fear and you do it anyway. Confidence means that even when you're not so sure of yourself, you project confidence and you project that you can indeed do it. And character means that even when it's hard, you choose to do the right thing. People believe what you show them about you. So if you live your life with character, courage, and confidence, people will not only see that about you, but they will believe it's true, and they will treat you as if it's true.
Happy International Pretty Brown Girl Day.
Happy International Brown Girls Day.
Happy International Pretty Brown Girl Day from the Michigan State Chapter.